What's up, guys? Cat Daddy Crypto here. You know what I need you to do. Hit that subscribe button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Stay up to date with news around Kaspa and Kaspa's ecosystem as a whole, as well as the rest of the crypto market. Subscribe and like this video. Let's get it. Hey, what's going on, guys? Let's talk about Binance and potentially why they have not listed Kaspa yet. And I want to start with the fact that for months now, I have been telling you guys that these tier 1 large exchanges are businesses, right? And we have to keep in mind that Kaspa does not have any coins to give these big exchanges for free so that they can list Kaspa. So these exchanges, Binance in particular, who we're going to talk about today, have to buy Kaspa on the open market, right, for a set price. Now, they are a business. So if you were a tier 1 exchange and you wanted to list Kaspa, Kaspa did not give you any tokens for free, okay? You have to go buy them on the open market. Let's say you paid 7 or 8 cents for your Kaspa. You would probably not want to sell that Kaspa to retail for less than 7 or 8 cents, right? You would want to sell it to retail for more than 7 or 8 cents so that you can make money as well as make money off the trading fees, okay? This is the difference. So they are going to want to, in my opinion, wait until the overall market conditions are better and the prices of altcoins are actually going up, and they're going up sustainably, not just 20% pump and then back down again, 20% pump and back down again. They want to make sure that altcoin season is actually underway so that they can sell the Kaspa on their exchange for more money than what they bought it for. Okay? In other scenarios, in other proof of stake coins, in other meme coins, in other project coins that list on tier 1 exchanges right away, it is because the tier 1 exchanges are given a handful of these tokens for free so they can list them, and no matter what price they sell for, they are still making money because they didn't pay anything in the first place, right? That is the big difference between these other projects that list on tier 1s right away and Kaspa. So what I want to do is play a little clip from the XXIM podcast. Shout out to them. And Keat, they're interviewing, I think I said that right, they're interviewing Wolfie, and he essentially says the same thing that I just said. So let's listen in.
Just on the listing, just one perhaps last one, and I want to move on to stable points after that, and your predictions on some things. But just on the listings itself, there were a lot of rumors post Crescendo, 5th of May, when the Crescendo vote came out. A lot of rumors that, hey, Binance is there, Binance will list because of going back to the integration part.
Sure.
Binance will list post Crescendo. So far, we are perhaps a month and a half in. Were those rumors actually true? Because I don't know where the rumors come from, right? So I thought, well, I've got you here. You can clarify if those rumors had any substantiation behind them.
Okay, so I can tell you facts that we know. So facts, I'm in the integration room, and facts, they never mention anything in there about when or like we're thinking about it, or we need, if you can give us this and this or provide a market maker, then we'll turn on trading on this day or in the next 6 weeks or something. They never said a peep about it. That's a fact. Then, but they continue to ask questions about how to make it run like a top. So there's I don't think they're doing it for fun. I have no idea, but I would just be hopeful that they have their own plan. They're a business and they're not in the favor business. Okay.
No.
but they have a plan. I would imagine when it's convenient for them and it makes the most business sense, they probably will turn on spot trading.
Two things there. He says that Binance is still in contact with him and continuing to ask technical questions, continuing to want to stay up to date with everything tech-wise and everything Kaspa, okay? And he assumes, right, which is very logical, that they're not doing it for fun, right? They have a reason why these guys up here are telling their team down here to stay in contact with Kaspa and stay up to date on the tech. Secondly, he mentions that they are a business, and he assumes that they are going to that they have a plan and that they are going to list spot when it is convenient for them, right? Which is along the lines of what I said, that they're a business and they're going to do things and operate as though they are a business.
Yeah.
Now, this is another fact. There was about a series of 4 tweets in about 36 hours, 36 or 48 hours, in 1 or 2 days. CZ himself plus Binance on Twitter. Binance posted 3 real hints about Kaspa, it seemed like.
Yeah.
And then, one was like, what is the trilemma?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. That
And
was
then there was one like there was one where it even had the hat, like Michael Sutton is Orthodox Jewish, and he has the hat, and there was a picture with him with the hat on from Australia last November, and then all of a sudden there's like this silhouette with the exact same hat. It wasn't a cowboy hat; it was the Sutton hat,
Right.
So they seem to be poking, to do a little experiment and see what kind of likes or reaction they got to test how big the community was or something. Maybe they're doing their own research to see, is it really, like, if we're not getting a pile of coins out of these people, is it really this big of a deal? Should we maybe turn on trading this year sometime? Like, I don't know. They don't tell me anything, but we've been in contact with them for almost 2 years now. Yeah. So that one we have.
So it's good to get the facts out and some speculation also, which we may not be true. And when was the last time you guys contacted? Like, is it regular exchange of messages, or is it more, once a month type? Someone just pops around.
Yeah, Binance has been hammering us with tech questions for the last 6 weeks, probably. Okay. This morning, they were going at it last night. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. So there is something behind the scenes.
For the last 6 weeks, they've been hammering tech questions straight to Wolfie, including this morning. And this morning is whenever this interview was taking place. But keep that in mind that there's a reason, I would assume, why they continue to stay in contact and continue to hammer questions at Wolfie via the tech side. Why would they be doing that just for fun? There's a reason behind it. And the reason, logically, would be that they plan on spot listing at some point.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's been going on for a year and a half. I don't get excited anymore because it's been going on for 18 months. Yeah, I mean, 2 Christmases ago. I thought they were going to turn it on. 2 Christmases ago, I thought spot trading was going to be turned on. But anyway, I mean, they didn't abandon us. It's not dead. It's not a dead room. Somebody's telling the guys who are asking the questions to make it work for someday or for something. I have no idea.
You think it's also to do with the volume itself? Because I know we talked about the money part. They obviously are driven by listing fees that they charge, but also the volume, right? That's a big key. And the best way to look at it, right, is the Trump and Melania coin. Soon as they came out, right, in January this year, they were all on Binance, Coinbase, even Melania, which is not official coin, right? It was, I think, Mana coin. They were both trading on these things, and it was, for me at least, it's because they were just had so much volume at that time, and they couldn't miss out on getting the
volume. No, it's almost like a chicken and the egg thing.
It's true.
How are you going to get volume if you're not on Coinbase and Binance, right, or whatever, or Binance? So I would imagine, just like, Putin and Xi Jinping. I'm saying it wrong.
Xi Jinping. Yeah, Xi Jinping. Yeah.
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 Thing, just like Trump and the
Yeah.
White House and those guys all have the hotline. There's got to be some like, the high-end golf course hotline from CZ to like Trump, Trump's son. Yeah, we're coming out with a thing. It's my dad's token. Yeah, let's just get it going. How many do you want? Send me your ETH address. Bling, there you go.
Right.
Here's 15% of supply. Let's just turn it on. We'll make a killing. It'll be great. I'll see you in the Cayman Islands next month. Bye.
That's how deals are done, right? That's how deals are actually done.
They really are done. Yeah, but but not Kaspa deals because there's no thin air any to give away. So now let me just segue. Let me just add this little part in here because a lot of people don't know this. So when you have like one of these super successful corporate coins or projects, tokens, whatever, like say Solana or Say or Sui, these things, that's a corporation. So in this machine, there's a corporation that's constructed for the purpose of making money. And they think, how can we make money? Should we start a weed company? Well, that's kind of played out. Wait, this crypto thing's hot. Let's make a cryptocurrency. Okay, let's make a corporation for cryptocurrency. We need to hire some developers. We need marketing guys. We need a logo. We need a bank account. We need investors. Let's make a pitch deck. And they get all this money, and then they hire people. And they make the story of why it's the best thing in the world. So, and then when they start the L1, they do a pre-mine or a foundation wallet or a something. Somehow they have a huge pile of the coins in existence, right? So they have this floor in the building of the corporation is full of free tokens for them. So Kaspa doesn't have that because it was very similar, following the playbook of Bitcoin fair launch to a T. So we don't have any free tokens for anybody, no free coins.
So those free tokens that he's talking about, that pretty much every other project, they're companies and they create and start with a bunch of free tokens because they can print them out of thin air, get sent to the exchanges for immediate listings. And that's why you see a lot of these proof of stake out of nowhere coins and projects getting listed right away on big exchanges because of the fact that they set aside a giant percentage of the supply to give to these exchanges for immediate listings. Whereas Kaspa has no, like he said, free coins that can be made up out of thin air. They're all accounted for, and they don't have any to give to these exchanges. So to go back and round trip this back to the beginning, that is why exchanges have not listed Kaspa yet, because they have to buy them with their own money at market price. They are businesses, and they are going to want to sell them, logically, for more than they purchased for. And right now, the markets are not very positive, so I would assume that their plan, like Wolfie said, they have a plan, right? They're still in contact with him, Binance is, almost on an everyday basis. Their plan, I would assume, is to wait until market conditions turn around for the positive and sustainably turn around for the positive when Bitcoin dominance starts to go down and altcoin season starts. That way, all of the coins that retail buys off of them are going to sell for a higher price, plus they get the trading fees. They make a lot of money. Bada bing, bada boom. Watch it happen. You heard it first here. In the meantime, guys, continue to pack your damn bags before it's too late. I will see you in the next video. Peace out.